G'day world, Chris Hogan and Andrew Grote coming to you live from the Me Media studios here at Burleigh Heads for Get Fact Up, episode number 60 something.
Lost count. I think we started again.
How you going, Andrew?
Yeah, good. I'm great.
It's
How are
good,
you?
man. Yeah, I'm good. Pumped. So today we're going to talk about Facebook and Instagram advertising. Try to keep it nice and short and sweet, and try and cut through some crap that might exist on out there on the interwebs about advertising and which engagements and which objectives you need to focus on for Facebook.
And which types of businesses are best suited to it.
Yep,
I guess.
and some important things that need to be done when doing Facebook ads. So, first of all, let's create a quick checklist just between you and I. Checklist number 1: have a website.
Yeah, you should definitely have a website, especially if you're doing Facebook ads. There's not much point unless you're getting that extra tracking data, which we'll get to.
Yep. And so, how do people capture tracking data from Facebook?
So you need the Facebook Pixel installed, and the Facebook Pixels, it's sort of like an AI algorithm that learns about your customers' interests. The people that go to your website, it matches up to those people on Facebook. It starts to build up a pattern. It sees patterns of, what their behaviors, their interests, their demographic sort of data is, and it starts making more people that are like your customers. And then when you're advertising on Facebook, you can advertise to a lookalike audience. So that's why it's important. You have to start building up this information because the more information that Facebook has, the more it can start to find these people for you. It sort of snowballs, becomes more effective the more you do it.
So a Facebook Pixel is basically a piece of code that you embed in the header or the footer?
Every single page, and then you have certain pages. So it'll be on every page so that Facebook's across all of it. But then you'll have certain pages like your thank you page or your add to cart page and stuff like that where you can put extra information to say what this page is. So you could have on the thank you page, that's a conversion. So you put a conversion instance there, or if you just want someone to read a particular page, you might have a page view. There's lots of different things there, and you can combine it all to make some really sort of complex conversion tracking and things like that in Facebook.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different objectives on Facebook ads, and we're looking at their Facebook ads guides, and they've got app installs, brand awareness, conversions, engagement, lead generation, reach, store visits, traffic, video views, and under each one of those there's another sub list as well. So the ones that we use a lot of, which ones are they?
Engagement and traffic we pretty much use exclusively. Not to say we haven't tried everything else, but a lot of it's pretty new and it doesn't really work all that well, or like the objective's not that well defined. And also they both go through websites as well. Those two are made to go through websites, so it works quite well. Like app installs, honestly, never even tried it. Yeah, like brand awareness.
That's from a user point of view. Never ever clicked on app install. Can't say.
And this isn't even just like your standard apps. These are Facebook apps. So not a lot of people actually develop Facebook apps, especially in Australia. So brand awareness, that's another funny one. Like all that does is just try and it actually tries to optimize towards people that just interact with brands. So it's a strange objective. It's not super helpful unless you're a huge company. I wouldn't bother with that.
Yeah, which is really going for like page likes, really. Boost your page likes.
Yeah. Conversions is a good one. Like that's where you do all your pixel data stuff. But you have conversion tracking in your traffic ones, and traffic you can do a lot more with. So I wouldn't even worry too much about conversions. It's too restrictive, to be honest.
And as we mentioned, we were there's a sub list under each one, and they're showing how they look on desktop and mobile, and obviously I think it goes without saying we should be focusing heavily on mobile, and especially during weekends, public holidays, school holidays, all of those sorts of things.
Yeah, and you also have to think too. Different types of people interact differently. People on mobile and people on desktop interact differently. Like people on mobile are more likely to click through and view something, less likely to buy. So this is where it comes into, all right, do we split test the mobile and desktop to see what works better? Because, if your objective is just to get views, then that might be fine. But if
Yeah.
your objective is to get conversions, then you might want to think about that one. Because if you put it all together, Facebook will just optimize to whatever it thinks is working.
Yeah.
And that might not be in line with your objectives. So you kind of have to be careful.
Sure.
Then you've got stuff like Right Column, Audience Network. I would just say don't even bother.
Forget those.
They suck.
Absolutely.
It's true. No one
No.
even looks at anything on the right
No.
side of Facebook.
Can't say I've ever seen a store visit ad actually work. Not sure. Yeah, I haven't seen one. And
Oh yeah, store visits was called local awareness before.
Yeah, right.
Which they canned and they brought back as store visits, but they didn't work back then either.
It's just a rebrand.
Like the
Yeah,
thing
right.
is, your engagement, all of the ads you can set to be in a certain radius of a
Yeah.
location, so you can do that in all of it. Again, it's just too restrictive. It's just
Yeah. So we do definitely like traffic, and we're big on sending traffic back to your website because that is your owned channel, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't get that incorrect. You own it, not like the likes of Facebook where you're just renting space and hey, they jack up the rent and all of a sudden you're out on your bum.
Yeah.
So with traffic, we've got Instagram here. We've got Instagram options as well. And I don't know, is that a perfect segue to talk about Instagram or not?
Yeah, well, we've said a lot of bad stuff about Instagram, but to be honest, in the last 6 months, I've changed my tune.
Yeah.
Purely because I've bought a lot of stuff from Instagram recently, so it's working on me,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
should know better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the cool thing about Instagram is it's really cheap advertising, and it's good for low ticket items. It's good for like trinkets, food,
Yeah.
that sort of
Is
stuff.
it anything under $20?
Probably, yeah.
Preferably still in the teens, so not
Like
not a $20 item.
I screenshotted some ads today. Like these guys do really well. So it's just advertising T-shirts, and I've literally bought one of these T-shirts,
Yeah.
and then that goes straight to a shopping cart in Instagram, which is something that's started to work really well. They used to be bad.
So can we clarify? It's not actually an Instagram shop. Instagram/Facebook haven't come out with a shopping cart solution. It is it's a mobile-friendly website, shopping cart website, but it's opening inside Instagram, so
Yeah.
you feel like you haven't left.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't really leave Instagram at all, and they work pretty well now. When this first started happening, like they'd be going to error pages and all sorts of stuff, and you wouldn't be able to actually buy. But they've gotten quite good with the integration, and now that you've got like PayPal and Afterpay and ZipPay and all that sort of stuff, it's taken the risk away as well.
Yeah.
To purchasing. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Provided you've got the right type of product. Yeah, I've seen like Forex trading ads, and they just get smashed on the comments. Like people are like, "What are you doing here? You don't belong."
No, you do not belong here.
Yeah,
And of course, yeah, we've got the local gelato shop, just putting up beautiful images, and they've got other features that didn't always exist on Instagram, like directions.
yeah,
and
which is really
email.
good. That
Yeah.
opens straight into Google Maps if you
Yeah.
click on that, which
Yeah.
is exactly what people want.
Yeah.
And people are just really non-resistant to pictures of food, so it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is look at their comments on there, and you know that that's working quite well for them.
Yeah. So just to recap, still important to have a website. Super important. If you've got e-commerce, it works really well. Make sure it's mobile friendly. People still are shopping on mobile. Make sure you've got payment, easy payment options like Afterpay is a big one.
Yeah.
And obviously PayPal has been around forever, so you should be familiar with those. People remember probably got their username and password stored on their phone now because it just feels low risk versus having a credit card saved in their mobile phone. So, and more importantly, the Facebook Pixel. Now, you did have another graph there. What is that graph showing?
So what that shows there is just basically like people that have viewed, like all your different objectives, people that have viewed content, leads that have come through, conversions and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
So you can see what it's tracking. And once that gets to 50 events received, it starts optimizing. And what I mean by that is it starts finding patterns with people that are doing these actions and then finding similar people. So then once that gets to there, you can start advertising to a lookalike audience where it'll find similar people to those that have already purchased or gone to a particular page or something like that.
Cool.
And that takes a bit of time. Like at first it's not going to be as effective, but it snowballs, like I said, the more that you start using that one. So it's pretty important that you're collecting that data, and that's why it's important to have a website if you're doing Facebook advertising.
Beautiful. All right, thanks very much, Andrew. I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks very much for watching Get Fact Up, guys. Basically, Get Fact Up episodes are hosted on memedia.com.au, so there's plenty there. There's 60-odd. I can't remember the actual number, lost track. And don't forget, we're here to help you in any way you like regarding content marketing, content production, video production, and obviously Facebook marketing as well. We do websites as well. So thanks very much for watching Get Fact Up, and thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Cheers.